Welcome back, everybody. Today, I thought it would be a good time to talk about limit orders on PulseChain. So I'm going to teach you how to set a limit order on PulseChain. By the end of the video, you're going to decide for yourself whether or not this is something you want to do or not. And I'll tell you what I think at the end of the video. Stick around. So a lot of people have been saying, oh, I wish we had limit orders on PulseX, right? Well, we actually do. Now, they haven't been implemented into PulseX natively yet. I think they will be in the future, but we've got a separate protocol called Omnis that has it right now. So you can go to omnis.tetra.run. That's omnis.tetra.run. And these guys have built a protocol that's separate from PulseX, but it still uses the PulseX liquidity pools, okay? So when you're trading on this one, when you're swapping or setting a limit order, you're still accessing PulseX liquidity pools in the back end. I want to be clear about that. But it's really easy, guys. You go to omnis.tetra.run, you click on limit order right here, okay? Let's say I want to buy some PLS with USDC. Okay, let's say I want to buy $100 worth of PLS with USDC, but I think the price is a little too high right now. I think there's going to be a pullback. Well, what it's showing me right now is the current market price. And for people that don't know, market price is just the current price people are trading this for, and a limit order price, this price down here, is the price that I would want PLS to hit before executing my order. So that's all a limit order is. If you're brand new, a limit order is just you saying, I want to wait till PLS goes to this XYZ price, and only when it goes that low, I want you to execute my buy order. So this is a way for people to kind of catch a falling knife, try to time the market a little bit. Now, there's no guarantee that your limit order is going to get hit. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's the risk with all this. But what I like to do is go down here and I switch. You can press this flip-flop button over here, Pulse per USDC. Right now, what this is telling me is that it's 7,949 PLS per 1 USDC. But it makes more sense to me to click this and flip it around, because what we're seeing is that it's actually 0.000125 USDC per PLS. So we're about 25% over the sac rate. Let's say hypothetically, I think it's going to go back to the sacrifice rate and retest the support. Again, no guarantee of that happening, but I would say I want to wait until the price goes to 0.0001, and we could see that would be getting a 20.63% better than market rate price. Okay, so this would only execute my order if the price goes lower to these levels right here. And I would actually end up getting 951,000 PLS as opposed to 700,000. All right. Now there's a small fee just like everything else, and you have to choose how much time you want this to be alive for. So the default is 7 days. You can do 1 day, 3 days, 1 month, or 3 months. Now this is going to keep the limit order active for that amount of time. But again, it doesn't guarantee that the order gets filled or that the order gets hit. All right. So after 7 days, if the order doesn't get hit, the limit order goes away. Your coins go back to your wallet. Everything's fine. Your coins are still there, but your limit order, you actually have to go and set it again. If it never got hit, you have to go check up on it again after 7 days, if I choose 7 days. So you're going to have to click approve for the first time, okay? That's going to pop up your MetaMask wallet. And just like everything else, guys, it pops up your MetaMask. You scroll down, you click next, you click approve. And after you approve it, you can place the order. You'll pay another small gas fee. And again, just like everything in crypto, you connect your MetaMask wallet or your Rabby wallet to this website, and you just approve it. Step 1. Step 2 is you click place order. Gas fees are, almost nothing. And you can see I've got one down here already in my open orders. So after you set a limit order, it's going to show up down here. You can see I've got 10 cents of USDC waiting to buy 951 Pulse as an active order expiring on January 21st. Now I'm going to probably cancel this one because it's just for a test run, okay? But I want to wait for the price to go down to 0.000104 before I execute this order. That's what this information is telling me right here. And it's only active until Jan 24th, right? Then I would have to manually go and set it again because there's no guarantee that this gets hit. All right. So keep that in mind with limit orders. Now here's one cool other thing you can do with Omnis. Okay. You can go over to swap right here. Now you can go add more coins. And now most DEXs, right? They only let you trade one coin for another. But this is pretty cool. Here's an interesting feature where you actually have multi-coin swaps, meaning you can click this plus button right here and you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different coins. So I can actually swap 5 coins at once for a different coin. So this might be useful, if you've got a lot of dust or random coins, or maybe you've got some other random meme coins that didn't do so well, and you just want to get rid of them all and sell them all for like PLS or Hex or PulseX, for example, okay? You can do that now with just one transaction. So for example, if I wanted to do 40 cents of USDC, 20,000 PulseX, 9,000 Hedron, 800 Hex, and 94 P Hex, swap that all for PLS. Today I could swap that all in one go for 138,000 PLS, $17, okay? Now I'd have to approve all these first and then do the swap. So you could do all these individually. Honestly, there's nothing really stopping you from just changing all these coins into the coin you want individually. All right, but this is just kind of an interesting use case that I haven't seen before. All right, multi-coin swaps. If you want to get rid of them, just click the minus button right here, guys, and it'll just go away. All right. Typical dexes, you just swap one coin for another, but yeah, you can do multi-coin swaps, so that's pretty cool. But now let's think about it, guys. Are limit orders a good idea? Me personally, during this whole time that we've been at a dip below sacrifice rate, I have been doing market orders with no problem at all because I don't really care if I catch the absolute bottom or if I catch, 20 or 30% above the bottom or even 50% above the bottom. Like Hex dropped from 50 cents down to a penny. I don't even care personally if I'm buying it at 2 pennies if I think it's going to go back to 50 cents, right? So I'm not going to really spend my time personally worrying about catching a falling knife and trying to time the market personally. Now, some people do, right? There are pullbacks. Pullbacks are a normal thing in crypto. They happen all the time. It's healthy, all right? So a pullback to, sacrifice price on PLS is not out of the cards, but it's also not guaranteed, right? So the risk really of limit orders is that you set a limit order and it never gets hit and the price just keeps going up and it gets away from you. And then you're forced to just buy back in at a much higher price, whereas you would have just been better off, market ordering, buying whatever the market price was instead of hoping for a limit order price. Now this gets riskier and riskier the lower you go, right? Let's say I'm waiting for my PLS order to get filled at 0.00007, right? That gets even riskier because what are the chances of it going 30% below sac rate again? It might happen, but there's less of a chance of that happening than it just going back to sacrifice rate. So the greedier you get, the less likely your limit order is to be filled. And then you end up chasing the pump and actually just buying higher than you would have gotten with a market order. So psychologically, for me personally, it's different for everybody. You make your own decision, okay, at the end of the video. A lot of people do like to use limit orders. There is a smart way to use them. Just know that they might not get filled. All right. Now, I personally don't like having to wonder and worry about whether or not the limit order is getting filled or not, because I actually end up checking the price more, ironically. I end up checking the price more and thinking about it more because I don't want the price to run away from me. So I prefer market orders because it takes a lot of the decision making and the psychological stress out of me having to worry about my decision, okay? So I can go about my day just knowing that I bought coins at a low price and not have to be checking on the price feed and coming back to my computer in 7 days and being stressed out if the price keeps going higher and higher, and then all of a sudden I have this mental anguish of, oh no, it's running away from me and I'm never going to be able to get that limit order filled. And the market just has a funny way of messing with your emotions to the maximum degree possible. So I don't really do limit orders, especially not with just knowing that we're so early in the game. But I'm not going to care if we 100x from here. I'm not going to care if I bought now or even if I bought at double the price, from here, this point currently today, January 17th. So it's up to you guys. All right. Know the risk. And here's one more quick tip for you guys. Use a condom wallet. All right. Shout out to DCC, Dollar Cost Crypto, for the naming of that concept. But we've all been doing this for years. A lot of people in crypto. It's security. Okay. This Omnis protocol, it's pretty safe. Okay. It's been audited. There's been nothing critical found. I generally think this is going to be a safe and trustworthy protocol, but don't always take my word for it, because with anything that you do, especially if it's not Hex, PulseX, or PulseChain, there's an added degree of smart contract risk. However small or big, we don't know sometimes. So it's not a guarantee that everything is going to work fine. And by the way, this doesn't pertain to only Omnis. This goes for a general security tip for any DeFi protocol that you use on PulseChain, okay? Let's say you've got a giant cold wallet where you've got a whole bunch of PLS, but you don't want to put all that PLS at risk by connecting to a new protocol that you're not quite sure, 100% sure if it's safe. Maybe you're 99% sure, but in the 1% chance that there's a bug, you would hate to somehow lose all your money on what's called your cold wallet. So it helps to have, a hot wallet. Some people call this a degen wallet or a condom wallet or, an experimental wallet. And a really easy way to do this, guys, is you go up in the upper right-hand corner of Chrome or Brave or Firefox or whatever you're using, and you click and you go down to where there's other profiles and you just make a new browser profile. It's really easy. You can make a new browser profile. So for example, I made this one right here. Open it up and you can install a fresh version of MetaMask on the new browser profile. This will set you up with new seed words, a new address, and a totally separate instance of MetaMask, totally differentiated from, your core cold wallet that a lot of times you don't want to be touching. You don't want to be granting permissions on, your core bags that you really think are going to pump. You would hate to put all that at risk for one experimental new thing. Now, I'm not saying that Omnis is bad, that it's going to get hacked. I'm just saying that this is a general security best practice. Go in the upper right-hand corner, remember guys, and you just make a new browser profile. And you can have as many of these as you want, but it's an easy way to flip-flop back and forth between different sets of seed words and different addresses and insulate yourself when you're out there playing around with anything that's new DeFi, stuff that hasn't been around for that long. So there you go, guys. I hope you learned something. At the end of the day, it's up to you. Do you want to do limit orders or not? And if you do, we have a really easy way to do them right here at Omnis. I think this is a very valuable contribution, and I'm actually excited to see what else Tetra is going to release, because this is only the first of many of their inventions. Okay, they're going to release a lot more cool automation stuff, like DeFi automation software, and it's going to take a lot more work off of our plates in the future. So keep an eye on this one, and like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment. It all helps PulseChain go viral. By the way, if you are brand new to crypto, get hexpassiveincome.com. There's not much time left. It's a course that'll take you from zero to hero, and if you know nothing about crypto at all, it's going to give you the confidence to do crypto the right way. So again, if you're brand new to crypto and you want to know how to do PulseChain and crypto the right way, this course could save you tons of time in learning from all the mistakes that I made personally in the early days of crypto. So check that out if you want to. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next video.